Well, that's all well and good, Splinkus, my own original character, but what do you think I should do for my very first video of the year? Figure comparison, you say? Hey y'all, this is Scottlecat18, and today we have a more comparative review of ROTB Studio Series Core Class Arcee and ROTB Core Mainline Beast Alliance Arcee. So, starting this off with the one I've had for longer is ROTB Studio Series Core Class Arcee. And I gotta say, there's lots of nice detailing. It's I like the golden rimmed tires quite well, and I will admit the head is quite visible. But if you ignore that, some nice detailing, very minimal use of faux parts, and I love the weapon as the kickstand. It holds nice if you're on an even surface and such. It's quite nice, and the swiveling thing is nice, even if it's not necessarily staying on there. So, we'll get to the transformation. A totally, completely wholesome design that you can look up on the internet without facing any negative repercussions for it. So yeah, the blaster's pretty neat. The detailing is quite good. Something I only recently noticed, those two little things on her sides, those are ponytails. If there's one critique of the design in general, I get the idea you don't want pink being the primary color since boys are gonna have this, but the idea of a pink face on a robot seems kinda strange. And any complaints about the toy design is that the only one of those hexagon pegs that you can plug a stand in is upside down, and it's gonna be covered up by this wheel, so you can't even use it properly. But ROTB Arcee isn't exactly the most posable, but it's a fun design, if a little hindered by kibble. Next, on to our next design. This Arcee is quite interesting, and okay, I guess I can't beat around the bush any further. This is the Cheetor that she comes with. It has no painting outside of the head, and it is honestly just utterly weaker than this guy, and I actually really like this guy, if you remember the available video right there. But you can have this guy stand alone, and I'd recommend getting it for this Arcee, but you're not missing much if you decide not to use this guy. But you know, still a decent idea for a mode. It really would be nice if the 5mm peg could be anywhere else, because if you're holding a sword like a gun, that just is illogical. Anyways, on to Arcee. I was genuinely surprised about how similar these two transformations are, with the same basic steps being get out these, fold that back up, undo the arm and the back wheel, and get out the head. While you can't exactly expect the full chug range of motion, I was genuinely surprised to find that there was actually a wrist swivel. That's kind of rare. The folding of the legs is kind of the same. And there's no waist swivel, unfortunately. But it's a decent design for some decent poses, and with a weapon if you want. It does kind of look pretty cool. Take that. So, which of these is the better one? When it comes to general playability, I'd probably say this one, because it has the same transformation, yet it doesn't have as much hindering it, oddly enough. But in terms of accuracy, I'd say this one. And in terms of bang for your buck, I'd probably say it is